Hello friends and welcome back to Homebodies Book Club. I'm so excited for what I'm going to talk to you guys about today because I am going back to my very humble book beginnings. And so let's get started. I'm going to talk to you today about the very first books that I read as a new fantasy reader in middle school. So let's get to it. Can you believe that I still have all these books? I've kept them all these years thinking like, what if I want to save these for my kids? But definitely the times have changed. This is what I'm going to talk to you about first. This series, and this is called the Night World series. This is the first one. This is by L.J. Smith, and she is the Sarah J. Maas of my time in middle school. She wrote this series. This is insane. I haven't seen anything like this in a long time. So in each book, there are 3 books, each of them about a different character or a set of characters. And there are 3 books. So you do the math, that's a lot of characters. And this, I'm gonna call the Marvel Endgame of fantasy. It's insane. So this series has all these different characters that are werewolves, humans turned vampires, shapeshifters, vampire hunters, all these paranormal worlds where there's like the human world and then the night world that exists for all the paranormals. And so it has its own set of laws and rules and all this chaos going on in each of these characters' lives. And then in the very last book, this is our Avengers Endgame right here. In the very last book, we get all these characters coming together to fight the big last fight. It was so phenomenal. I remember reading this and being like, this is amazing. Whenever all your characters come together at the end and you're like, oh my God, this is crazy. That's how I felt. This series is, which I have not reread it. Let me know if you think I should reread this and give you guys a play-by-play of all these characters. I will do that for you. This series truly got me started in the paranormal world, along with Twilight, which, like, of course, I cannot believe that I read Twilight at the age that I did, but these are kind of a similar vibe, but much more like kitschy, I guess. I'm gonna give you an example of one of the stories in the first book, which is Secret Vampire. There's a girl named Poppy, and she is a human. She's diagnosed with terminal cancer, and so she's trying to figure out a way with her best friend to save her life that she can become a vampire so that she will not die from cancer. So that's one of the first stories, and then one of the last stories in this book is about 2 witches that are fighting over a high school crush. So it's like way different battles going on, but all of it overlying theme is about the night world and everything that's going on in the night world and how it affects all these creatures and humans. So good. I'm even looking at these books right now that it still has the TJ Maxx, like, does TJ Maxx even do books anymore? I didn't even know that they did books, but I know that my mom probably bought me this set as like a birthday gift or a Christmas gift. Even Easter, we would get books for Easter. So this book was $7 at TJ Maxx. What a deal. What a good deal. And then I'm looking, so here on the bottom, like, the price of this one in the US was $9. And this is making me realize how much inflation there is, because this would, like, look how huge this is. I mean, granted, this is a paperback. This would be like $20 right now, which is insane. So it's a time capsule in and of itself. So this series, 10 out of 10. It's definitely a middle school read. It's young adult. It's funny though. I really loved almost all the characters, and even if you don't love one of the characters, they only get a third of the book, like really tiny amount, and then you're moving on to a new story. And it's really good. So also L.J. Smith, she wrote The Vampire Diaries. So I never read The Vampire Diaries, but I read the heck out of these, and I read all these multiple times. So love that.